scooters around in
Oh
here.
yeah, you're at a different angle. You're at a different angle.
A little bit. I don't know if it's better or worse. I gotta watch the tape back. Hey everybody, News AF on a Monday. What's up with that?
What's up with that?
Both my kids are home from school sick, allegedly. They know the cheat codes of like they just say, Mom, I'm too sick.
And they go to Mom.
Cheat code.
My babies.
Yeah, they go to Mom. That is always the cheat code.
Yeah, that is the cheat code.
My wife has no tolerance for any of my shenanigans, but these kids, they know how to play. They play the game.
They sure do. It's just never ending. My kids haven't really gotten the cheat code because part of it is you have to make staying at home miserable for a sick kid.
Yeah.
It can't be a vacation. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. We're still going to learn. And when we're not learning, you're going to be in bed recovering, or you're going to be eating healthy food.
What do you mean we can't watch YouTube today?
Yeah.
No.
I hate YouTube. Like,
we're on YouTube.
I hate it for my kids. I can't leave my kids with the TV remote on even YouTube Kids. Like,
so weird.
Yeah, you have to be present. But I can be like Netflix Kids, Disney Plus Kids account. Those are fine. But please, you do not get to navigate YouTube Kids or regular YouTube by yourself.
Dude, you don't want your kids watching the Armenian Family that's pretending to be Disney princesses.
They do watch that sometimes.
I didn't even get that one.
Yeah. The brother and sister that run around and they're like,
yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the exact noise they make.
Hundreds of millions of views.
It's crazy.
And they're just like,
and then, they run around, and
they're living in the US. I think they're living in the US, like in Florida. They have a giant mansion, and they just these kids just have everything. So
yeah,
it's awesome.
Wow, I didn't even know that one.
Yeah, the adults playing with kids' toys. That's also the one where it's like, hello. And it's like, why don't we just watch the real show? We don't have to watch Bluey as being portrayed and played by adults with hands in the shot. And they're like,
big gnarled hands like an oak tree. Playing with the Barbie dolls.
Yeah.
Should we do a spoof YouTube account where that's what we do? Is just like the gnarliest, dirtiest, old, grossest hands, like playing with little kids.
That is a good idea.
Could retire from this.
We could
a cocaine pinky, like a really long cocaine
pinky nail. It's all chipped up and like paint to not even clean.
Yeah, painted black.
What were you going
to say? They play with toys?
Yeah, we just play with toys, dude.
In front of the camera, so you never see our faces. You just see our hands.
See our old hands and our voices like, hello, I'm Bluey. And it's like, no, I'm Bluey. And it's like, I'm Bingo. No, I'm Bingo. And then kids love that. I don't know why they love it so much, but they just do.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And we use everything we've learned about social media to really make it pop off.
Yeah. It wouldn't take much. This would just go, dude. This would literally just go. I'm starting a YouTube channel right now. Old creeps play with Barbies. Is that, okay.
No, you gotta. It can't be that transparent. You can't call it that.
Okay.
That could be like the Wall Street Journal article that gets written about us, like
Toy Wonderland.
Like as we are
Toy Wonderland. We got it. Toy Wonderland.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't even matter what it's called because they don't look for that. Yeah. They just we'll see the thumbnail. But that'd be huge. Okay. Yeah. Tyson, I feel like that your idea of like audiobook for dogs, like I was like going through YouTube and it's like 10 hours of like dog video for your anxious dogs to watch while you're at work. Yeah.
I'm telling you, we had audiobook for dogs. Schmlarp. Snacky snack. Park. Sleep. Down boy. Good dog. Yeah. For sure. On loop.
Yep. We missed it.
No, we didn't. It hasn't been done yet.
Okay.
Did we miss it?
Well, the YouTube channel is already like popping off.
Audiobooks for dogs?
Well, it's not audiobooks, but it's just like a 10-hour video to put on when your dog goes to work. And then
Oh,
and then
okay.
probably your dog is like watching commercials.
Well, they
every
always had
5
dog
seconds.
TV and
It's like
stuff.
it's 30 minutes probably when you're fine, and then you leave the house, and then it's just your dog's just getting ads all day long.
Just like if your owner and they're
Every
just like
5
conditioning
seconds.
your dog to if you don't make those purchases, it gets angrier and angrier.
Yeah.
Wow, what a racket!
All right, let's go. Let's talk some news AF. We got a lot of stuff to talk about here today. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Dude, born ready.
Yes. All right. Here we go. Hit record over here. Whoa.
Oh, it sounds like you got YouTube on back there too.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Rob, did you hear about the new show Suits on Peacock? I saw it advertised during not the Super Bowl, the football game.
Yeah, you want to get a podcast going?
We should watch it. It's a new show. That's very cool. Peacock came out with a new show, Suits.
Mm-hmm.
We'll watch one a day.
They did a Suits commercial for Peacock.
Yeah. You can watch all the episodes of Suits on Peacock now. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Only place. So you can only watch the first 8 seasons on Netflix. If you watch it on Netflix, you hit season 8, you'll think it's the series finale. There's another season out there.
There's 9?
There's 9, but Netflix only has 8.
Do you think does Peacock have
They have all 9. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, and the spinoff Pearson. Okay. All right, here we go.
Heard of that.
All right. Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Rob Cesternino back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories for the week of January 22nd, 2024 here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you to Pete for reminding me to switch to the News AF background here with our News AF team. Lots of great stuff to talk about here with the guys here back with us. It's Pickleball's top influencer. It's Tyson Apostol. Tyson, how are you?
Oh, I'm so good. Just got off a daddy-daughter weekend. Rachel was on a girls'
How'd it
trip.
go?
It went good. Yeah, we had fun. I did a dance recital without Rachel. Took Marlo. Marlo got, I think she got an award.
Makeup on point?
Yeah, her cousin came and did the makeup. I was going to go to a tutorial that morning, but then we scheduled her cousin because I wasn't feeling confident.
Yeah.
And so that happened. And then heading to Orlando tomorrow to the PGA show, which is all things PGA golf. And there's going to be some pickleball stuff set up. So it's not all things golf because there are some pickleball things. But I'm repping this brand, Imperial Hats, Imperial Headwear. So I'll be there at the booth there Wednesday, Thursday. So if you're around and want to come say hi, get a signed hat, I don't know, do whatever you want. Play some pickleball maybe.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Wow.
Yeah. Parties in Orlando, Wednesday, Thursday.
Tyson, did you know that I live in the number 2 pickleball city in the country?
The number 1 state, Utah.
Oh man. Well, I'm in the number 2 city, so
Orem.
Wow.
pretty much an influencer just by association.
Yeah. I mean, who came up with that number though? That's the thing that I want to know.
Orem, probably.
Orem did.
Utah did. They're like, got to be known for something.
Yeah. So
Pickleball.
Are they trading off of your pickleball popularity, Tyson?
Yeah, it could be actually.
They're piggybacking. There were no pickleball courts in Utah when I started my pickleball journey, and now there are. So come on, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's been a minute since we were back together. I don't know what the conversion is to Tortoise Years here with Danny Bryson. Danny, so many people loved hearing your reaction to Tortoise Years on the podcast last week.
Yeah, Liz even made fun of me. Like, I can't believe. I just thought it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I still can't get over it. It shocked me to my core. Everything I believed in is now just like, whoa, what do I don't even know what to believe in anymore.
Yeah, but
Tortoise
it's just for humans to be able to wrap their head around what stage of life an animal is in. Come on,
I'm
Danny.
not impressed.
It's like It's like, look at 2 dog years is 14 human years, and a 2-year-old dog is around that same part of its life, 14 years.
Yeah, but if we never signed it human years, we would all just know that 2 years for a dog is old. It would just be like, okay, now, oh, 2.
Not
Yeah,
everybody
that's old for a
knows.
dog.
Okay, so what if I was like, that hummingbird's 3.5 years old?
I would think that was old for a hummingbird. How they work super hard to stay in the air. That's a lot of work. 3 years.
Yeah, but that's just you using common sense. To maybe they live 300 years. You don't know.
Yeah, I can look that up and extrapolate and figure it all out. Look, I've moved on, guys. I have to move on, or else I'll freeze up mentally at this shocking discovery of how time moves differently for different species. Okay.
Yeah. What about the Greenland shark? Lives over 500 years.
The Greenland shark. I don't even know anything about the Greenland shark. I think it has some spots, so it is. It doesn't shock me as much. It might as well be like like it's a creature on a different planet. So
yeah, aliens live a different life cycle than us too, dude. Speaking of,
sure. For sure.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get it to alien
light
years.
Yeah, light years.
If an alien came here and told me that they lived different, I'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. That's
you've been traveling near the speed of light.
But an octopus doesn't make sense when it's like I'm on a different life journey than you.
Yeah. I mean, who knows how long it would take their planet to go around their sun? They're not going to convert it to our years. They might be. I'm 2 years old.
Look, I'm willing to admit that time, the concept of time is, it can be fluid, right? It can be fast. It can be slow. How you measure it, like we use the decaying of an atom to get the atomic clock. But at the same time, here on Earth, I think we've all settled on a certain time, and we should apply that to everything and not give certain species special treatment. They can live in their own world with their own time. No, if you're on this earth, you should share human time.
Yeah.
That's the price you pay for living on human earth.
Really? You think we're better than everyone else?
Right now we are. We control all the clocks until some other species controls.
What about a cave thing that never sees the sun or has any kind of idea about a 24-hour clock or
we rule the cave people. All right. Center of the earth people.
Bottom of the ocean. What about bottom of the ocean dwellers that their only time is when
if they grow if they have the capabilities to read a wristwatch or any kind of clock, then it's going to be ours. We share this planet. We share the time.
Okay.
That's my motto. That's my motto.
We share the planet. We share the time.
Yes.
We share the planet. We enforce the time.
Yeah, we rule the planet. We enforce the time.
Rule the time. Okay. That's the human motto.
Yeah.
So yesterday, there was a ton of football that was on, and I kept seeing commercials for the Apple Vision Pro headset. And the word is that the Vision Pro headset is selling out. It's on back order. Tyson, did you see any commercials for that? And did it make you want to get one?
No, my phone's already glued to my fucking face, dude. Like, I don't need a strap
exactly.
to hold it glued to the front of my eyeballs. Like, my eyeballs already hurt from looking at
your arms are doing a great job.
Yeah, and then my arms may as well at least get a little exercise. This reminds me, this is like one more step in, have you ever seen the movie WALL-E? This is one more step in the evolution of man, where they just like get carted around on hover chairs to eat at the buffet every night on the galactic starship.
Yeah.
Like and they're like dancing. What is that? So honestly, go ahead.
Apple Vision seems like a next step for computing. It really does. Get rid of the displays, get rid of the keyboards. Now you're out there looking weird, like this, working. But like, honestly, I go into my kid's bedroom, and if he's got someone over and they both have VR on, they're already living in the future. Yeah. They're like in that room going like this.
Do you think that time is the same inside the Apple Vision Pro?
That is a good question.
Yeah. And can we just get the regular Apple Vision? Is there only a Pro version?
There's only a Pro.
Okay. They have to call it Pro.
They call it Pro.
I didn't know they had a, because
if
they had
a
regular version,
$3,000,
if they had a regular version with a dumber camera on it or something. So what is this thing all about?
I don't really know. It looks like you can access all of your apps at any point.
And you can do immersive experiences. Supposedly, there's a Jurassic Park experience.
Like sex stuff.
No, well,
we don't know about that.
Not yet, Tyson. But come on,
Okay.
you can watch like dinosaurs. I think like wandering through your living room or something like that. So there will be more of that, I'm guessing, in the future, immersive entertainment. But in a lot of the stuff I saw, it was just people operating a computer in virtual space.
I am telling you that this comes out, February 2nd? That News AF in February. Every week, we will be doing all Vision Pro injury stories of this person walked off a cliff on their Vision Pro headset.
Can you imagine playing Pokemon Go in the Apple Vision Pro?
Dude, it would be awesome because you would see it on the
swinging
landscape.
Punches at the Snorlax, dude, trying to catch it with a butterfly net.
It will all be about all of the injuries. Like if you're an emergency room doctor, batten down the hatches because the Vision Pro injuries are coming your way.
I did read that one guy's review, and I didn't quite understand what he was saying, that he did almost get injured because there is a cable running to it, and he stood up quickly from a seated position and almost got yanked down.
The good news is that you can call an Uber instantly to take you to the hospital.
Yeah, but
just by blinking.
Can't your phone already do that? A hard hit calls 911 automatically.
I think it's an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
No, the phone. I think the phone
does that too.
Yeah.
Phone can tell if you're in a crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I've tried VR a little bit.
Yeah.
It's cool enough, but it's not really for me, I think. And maybe we'll get to a point where it is for me, but yeah, I don't know what it is about it. Like it's the same thing. Like I buy drones thinking I'm going to use them to do cool camera stuff, and then they just collect dust, and I never use them. And I'm like, oh, what I need is the newer model, probably. So I give the old model away to somebody. They're super stoked because they get a brand new 1-year-old drone. I buy the new one. I fly it 1 or 2 times, get it all set up, and then it sits there and collects dust. And I've got one right now on my shelf somewhere. Little DJI I bought brand new last year, collecting dust. And this is what I would do with a headset. I would buy it thinking it was cool, put it on my face, and be like, you know what's cool? Not having to put this on my face every time, just use my phone.
Yeah.
So
you got to find a reason for it to exist in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that reason might not be there ever.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, I mean, could we do this podcast in VR? Could people join us virtually?
What would they be? They would be like in the room with us?
Yeah, like sitting on our laps.
That would be so distracting. People gyrating against you.
No, we wouldn't.
I don't know if we
would
would see them.
We wouldn't see it. They'd be wearing it. We didn't. We're not wearing them.
I think they'd be able to like look in and then like see like what pants we're wearing.
Do people have legs in VR on Apple?
I don't think
is that the one upgrade.
Apple's not doing that yet.
They're not doing legs.
I didn't see anything of an actual avatar in virtual space.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into all of our stories. Got a lot of stuff to get to. And we've been talking, for many, many years about people who've had bad experiences on airplanes. This just throw it on the pile. This passenger ended up getting stuck inside the lavatory for an hour, not being able to escape on a recent flight out of Mumbai on SpiceJet.
Ooh,
SpiceJet.
Yeah.
SpiceJet, yes. This person was unable to get out of the bathroom, and then they just told them you're gonna have to put the lid down and just sit there.
For how long?
It looks like well over an hour.
Okay.
Is Spice anyway connected to Spirit Airlines?
I don't know. It appears to be like the Spirit Airlines of India. That all they could do was hand this person a note, which I think is pretty funny. The handwritten note, they have a picture of it. It says, "Sir, we tried our best to open the door. However, we could not open. Do not panic. We are landing in a few minutes, so please close the commode lid and sit on it and secure yourself as the main door is open. An engineer will come. Do not panic.
Good advice.
I could break through one of those doors. Like
Mhm.
they're pretty flimsy. You don't think I could break through an
where's-
airplane
Wait, hold
toilet
on.
door?
Hold on. We're assuming that it's the one with the like
Hinge in the
accordion
middle.
style. But
Yeah.
we don't know
Mhm.
that.
What other ones are there?
I don't know. This is Spice Airlines. I don't know.
You
what
think
you-
it's like
know what Spice
an
Jet has.
iron,
Yeah, I know.
iron, solid iron door?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we don't know.
Yeah. So this article is in the NewYorkPost.com, of course, one of the great journalistic websites. And then
one of the best.
as I was reading this entire article, like all it is it's all bathroom puns, the entire article.
That's
Oh,
cute.
That's
They
pretty awesome.
Do you think probably AI wrote this? If I'm
maybe
I mean, 'cause
is AI
is
trying to be
the
funny?
best. AI is the funniest. If you are like, do bathroom puns, AI is going to hit this thing every time.
So in this article, they called this that this person was in solitary confinement.
Ooh,
Boom.
nice.
They say that this person was rescued. They rescued the commode captive from outhouse arrest. I thought outhouse arrest was actually pretty decent.
I like that.
Sure.
They said that the airline issued a full reimbursement for his poopy imprisonment.
I
mean, that's not even a joke.
Yeah. A lifetime supply of toilet paper in lieu of cash. Lou, get it? Lou.
That's all he got was a refund.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. They should be giving you
$35 refund
Mhm.
for flying on Spice.
The flight on Spice was only $10, but if you
Yeah.
brought a bag on, it was $400.
Yeah. They said that this was the crappiest flying experience ever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's the easiest one. That's the softball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be careful. I mean, should people not lock the doors, do you think?
The
on
whole
some of these
situation stinks.
flights?
Oh, another good one.
Yeah.
No, you should always lock the doors
You
because
have
I've
to
seen
lock the doors.
Yeah, people are so aggressive with those bathroom doors, even when they are locked.
Yeah. They
one time
make sure.
One time I was trying to get into what I thought was a bathroom,
and you were forcing your way in.
She's like, "That's not the bathroom." I'm like, "Oh, really?
What was it?"
It was the door that goes to where they sleep, like their apartment.
Wait,
I was like,
they have a sleeping hole?
They have a sleeping compartment. Yes, at least on this plane.
Yeah, on the internationals. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I was trying to get in there. She's like, "That's not the bathroom,"
and you're like, "I know it's not. Let me in.
I want to lay down."
Okay, so yeah, be careful out there on your flights that you don't get locked in the bathroom. Okay, we've got a big story out of Kentucky, and some Kentucky lawmakers are up to something wild. Danny,
the colonel's been regenerated.
Wait to hear about this.
Yeah, buckle up.
Yeah, some of these Kentucky lawmakers are just getting a little out of pocket. I don't know who is asking for this, but
makes sense.
Probably the lawmaker.
Yeah. So some lawmakers in Kentucky are trying to, without nobody asked for this.
Mm-hmm. I didn't ask for it.
They're sending messages to aliens, inviting them to come to Kentucky.
From Kentucky.
Yes.
What's the message?
That they sent they're using an infrared laser beam.
They're like, you can date your first cousins if you are alien. Go ahead and come on down.
That is not the message they're
By
sending.
the way, using a laser beam, so when they come to land, they just be shining the laser right in the eyes of the aliens.
Yeah, but it was an infrared laser beam. They are saying this is the message. The first thing you'll notice as you descend through Earth's atmosphere above central Kentucky is the lush green countryside that surrounds Lexington's vibrant city center. That's our famous bluegrass.
Great.
And then it goes on to describe rolling hills, horse farms, and bourbon places before they get into where they can eat and shop. Is this because of the Miami Mall aliens? Is that what we think the aliens are looking for?
Listen,
Yes, discounts.
physical retail stores are dwindling, and they need to figure out a new clientele to get them there. And this is where Schmarlack and Gorb come down and use some of their asteroid precious metals to make purchases and buy bourbon.
Seems reckless though, because I mean, like Utah could say something along the lines of, "Hey, come to Utah. We've got tons of salt necessary for
pickleball.
life, and tons of lithium deposits. All you're doing is inviting the aliens to come strip your land of all its natural resources. You should be saying, we've got nothing of value, just lots and lots of hard rocks
and
with
sadness.
no metals in them.
Yeah.
And sadness, no shopping, no discounts, no malls. Tell them what you don't, all the things you don't have, because you don't want to invite them. You don't know who they are.
Well, they're saying that this system that they pointed the signal at is 40 light years away. So it could take 40 years for the signal to reach intelligent life. Although I feel like that maybe there's, some of these UFOs have like a CB radio. They could probably pick it up if they're out there, right?
Bounce it through a wormhole.
Maybe. Yeah. We don't know how many black holes this is going to go through. And then it's going to take them however long to get here once they receive that signal. So it's good to see that Kentucky is always spending their money wisely and choosing the best people, the best people for the jobs.
Do we want Kentucky to be the first place in alien visits? I'm not saying they're our worst place.
They'd probably leave pretty quick. They'd get there and be like, "Oh man, we got it. Let's get out of here.
Take us to Lexington."
Yeah, I just don't see that happening. If you were landing and you were on approach to Kentucky, right? Wouldn't you just like look over and see the eastern seaboard and be like, that looks way better?
Yeah, let's
go. We will take us to your bluegrass.
Unless they fuel their ships with bluegrass.
With bourbon.
Yeah, and
bluegrass. Listen, guys, I've seen bluegrass. It's shockingly green. Like it's not that blue. Like you're thinking bluegrass. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be crazy. It's not.
That would be cool if it was.
It would be cool if it was blue. Yeah. It's
all right.
Unless I've seen something or have been misled, the bluegrass is more greenish than bluish.
Yeah. Blue as in sad, the Pete says.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Sad grass.
Sad grass. It's droopy. Never
Do
mind
we want
then.
aliens also seeing the Kentucky Derby and getting any ideas about racing us?
Especially if they're a horse, like descendant of horses. You know, they could look really bad.
Oh, they're horse people?
Yeah. They're like, what's going on here?
Yeah. It's like, and they're all like 17 horse people years old, and you don't even know what that means.
All right. Have you ever been driving and then you see a funny message on like the light display board?
I've seen them try to do funny messages.
They're trying.
Yeah.
They try, right? The federal government is stepping in. No more funny, quirky messages on the highway.
If it's really funny though?
No, that's even worse, Tyson, because they're saying that these messages are too distracting.
I didn't know this was a safety issue.
They are distracting, actually. I can imagine it right now. So the same people who sit and watch the Delta in-flight safety video and fucking die laughing are the same people who go sit at a Carrot Top show and die laughing are the same people that read one of these billboards and
die laughing.
Like it's like a fine line between like looking at it and being like, not even a good try, or somebody who's like, it's literally like a half a generation above us that just cannot get enough. They just love it. And
I get the danger part of it. People are probably like doing U-turns on freeways so they can finish reading it. Yeah, exactly. Or reversing down the shoulder.
So? No, I think they're reading it and they're laughing so hard.
They just steer their car
Yeah.
into the median.
Like literally, like, can you imagine being like the actress in the Delta video who's just like, she's also a flight attendant. Like she was famous for being a flight attendant and the actress in the video, and being on a flight and just like seeing these old people just dying laughing, and you being like, oh my gosh,
Here's-
this is my big break.
You know what? There are so many problems with driving.
Mhm.
And the fact that they decided to focus on this is ridiculous. They should focus on making it so I can see the dividing lines during a rainstorm. Like to me, that would provide 10 times
should they do that?
more safe. I have no idea.
Oh.
Glowing.
Like I swear I saw an article recently, Tyson, that was like a UV glow. And I thought that's what we need. Because when it rains out here,
Mhm.
I can't tell what lane I'm in. Oncoming traffic, the lane next to me. It is impossible to tell. And when it snows, I mean, just
And that's
forget
not an
about it.
eye. You don't think that's an eye problem?
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely not
Danny,
an eye
once you
problem.
get your Apple Vision Pro
Yes,
headset
oh,
on when you're
neat.
driving, you'll
Yeah.
see it all.
Look, there are
Yeah.
solutions to this problem. Why don't they focus on that instead of the funny signs that occasionally pop up?
Well, that's what they're doing. No more funny signs, Danny. You got your wish.
No,
Yeah.
I don't care about the funny signs. I want people to see those really important lines that are meant to separate me from certain death.
If they're so important, then how come some places don't even have them?
Yeah, I don't get those lines are
Yeah.
super important.
So, Tyson, in your Arizona, that there are over 300 electronic signs above the highway, and for the last 7 years, the Arizona Department of Transportation had a contest to find the funniest and most creative messages. How did you miss out on this? Was there not a big enough prize?
There wasn't a big enough prize.
Remember when you used to design potato chip flavors?
Yeah, dude. Oh man, that was $1 million prize. Got a
Mhm.
commercial made and everything.
People don't even look at signs. You want to know how I know?
How?
Because ever since it started snowing, there are like 5 signs leading up to our ski resort that say only 4x4 cars or cars with chains allowed.
That's a
And
suggestion.
And
That is a suggestion.
allowed. Only those allowed, Tyson.
Sure,
Then you
sure.
start driving up the canyon and all you see are 1997 Acuras trying
Ford
to drive up in
Contours.
the snow or like, and it's just like no one is looking at these signs. The handful of people who actually see a funny sign has got to be so small. The numbers are so
Listen.
small.
A front wheel drive 1999 Ford Contour with the correct talented driver.
Oh
me,
no.
is
Tyson
better than a 4-wheel drive vehicle operated.
No,
by
not
a
true.
doofus.
I've seen so much carnage these last couple of days. People stuck. And here's the best part.
Mhm.
My brother-in-law pushed a guy with a front-wheel drive sedan out.
not
He
nice.
got going, and instead of turning around, he kept going up the hill.
Yeah.
These are the people. No one's reading these signs,
Mhm.
or else I wouldn't have to deal with this every time it snows.
Well, sometimes people have to get to work and do other things.
No, these are not people going to work, Tyson.
Yeah.
These are people trying to participate in skiing, not
So,
working.
can I give you some of the signs that you will no longer be seeing?
Yes, let's
Okay.
wait.
All right.
In
starting with-
memorandum. Do we have some Sarah McLachlan or something we can
Oh,
play?
yeah.
On the wings of an angel, come away.
Pretty good.
with me.
Yeah. All right. So in your Arizona, Tyson, these were some of the winners of the contest that you will no
Mhm.
longer be seeing. Things like seatbelts always pass a vibe check. That's not
Yeah,
even like a
that's not
joke.
funny.
Yeah, that's just
Okay, let's hear the next one.
yeah. This one also says, I'm just a sign asking drivers to use turn signals. Those were the winners.
These are terrible.
Wait, those
Shut
are
it
the
down.
best ones. Those were the
Those were the winners in Arizona. In some other states, they got a little bit more fancy.
Mhm.
This is another one from Arizona. Hands on the wheel, not your meal.
Yeah, that's good. What's wrong with that sign?
Too funny.
Too funny.
Yeah,
None of
it's
these
way
have been
too funny.
yet.
Dude,
funny.
But I'm telling you, the people who like the Delta in-flight safety video dying
Mhm.
laughing right now. And if we have
In-
any listeners, we don't, because our brand of humor.
Massachusetts,
Yeah.
they're shutting it down. Use Blanca.
Yeah, I don't think this is being shut down because of humor. I think it's being shut down because it's not funny.
Yeah. In here's another one.
Mhm.
In Ohio, they had a sign that said, visiting in-laws, slow down, get there late.
Okay, that one I did see.
You
That
like
was
that
nice.
one?
That
Yeah.
one's not bad. It's not funny,
Okay.
but it's not bad.
Mhm. In Pennsylvania, they had a sign that said, "Don't drive Star Spangled Hammered."
No, I don't get it. Now I don't understand what's happening here.
Saying, "Don't drive drunk."
This
None
is
of these are
why,
funny.
and this is why I can't create a TV show, because I don't know what the people want. And I bet if you pulled 2,000 people, 90% of them would think these were hilarious.
If there was
this
a
is-
laugh
I'm just
track,
not
these
getting
would
it.
kill.
These would kill. These would
This is the
kill.
McDonald's of humor.
Yeah. And I'm like,
New
I'm
Jersey
trying to
had
build a
one-
show with 15 layers of humor to it.
No,
Meanwhile, all you need is this.
too much, too many layers, too many layers. The humor can't breathe. And then from New Jersey, they had one, Hocus Pocus, Drive with Focus.
None of these to me seem like they need to be banned. They're not great, but I mean, they're not bad. Meaning like distracting.
Like left haunted by these, that they're like,
they're so horrible.
Why did it?
Yeah.
Am I missing it?
A bunch of dads sitting
Why
around.
seatbelts pass a vibe check? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like,
what does vibe mean? Like the people who are, or they're like, oh, I get it. Kids say vibe sometimes. That's hilarious. Or is it directed at kids?
I think it might be dangerous just because you want to know what it says.
No.
And you're
It's
like,
not
dude, what did
dangerous
that
at
sign
all.
say?
There's no recorded accident of somebody being like, and then
You
it
really
said vibe check and I didn't know what it meant, so I crashed my car. Like,
You don't think someone paying attention to the sign?
Yeah, the hint of
trying to
lime
read the
guy.
sign?
No.
Yeah,
no,
I guarantee you an accident has happened when someone was trying or focusing too hard on the sign. Waiting. You know how you're like waiting for the next line to appear?
Yeah.
And you're like, you're
Oh,
following
the
sign.
punchline comes later?
Yeah,
It's not
you're
all
waiting.
in one
It's
saying?
not all there. You can't hold all of those words. So you're waiting for the punchline to come. Your head is turned. You look back and there's a giant cow on the road. Boom.
Dead. Everyone dead.
Dead. Everyone.
And
Carnage.
the cow died at the age of 4 cow years.
400 cow years.
400 cow years. The oldest cow in
lived
the world.
a beautiful life.
Yeah. 400 human years. That's 7 cow years. Yeah. I don't think that people, this isn't the concern. The concern should be that new cars or all cars should now have some device on them that when you get in, it shuts your phone all the way off except for navigation and emergency calls.
Wow.
But how am I going to watch Netflix while I drive?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
What if you're a
you don't want
passenger?
that.
How will it know?
Yeah, if
that's
you're
a good point.
passenger,
Yeah.
Passengers the same. Let's just all have a conversation
We're all in this
and
together.
chill. We're all in this
Yeah.
together. Now is the time that cars need the entertainment systems back in the back of the vehicle or something. I mean, there's always going to be workarounds. People will just download shows and bring their iPad or whatever. But
Yeah, now I'm bringing my laptop into my car to watch Netflix. I put it on the dashboard. Tyson,
Yeah.
that's so much
Bring
more dangerous.
portable
than what I'm doing
DVD
right
player.
now.
yeah, you can listen
Right.
to podcasts. Yeah, it shuts down everything except for maps and podcasts.
That's it.
Yeah,
This
and
is-
we could be the
podcast
sponsor.
industry needs this.
We could be the sponsored podcast. Remember when iPhone put U2's album on every
Yep.
phone and there's still not a way to get rid of it? Like everyone still owns that album in Apple Music and nobody's ever listened to the whole thing in entirety. Man, that was disgusting. Why can't we do that with News AF? Do you remember that? Like, you
Yeah, I
get in the
remember
car
it.
and it'd be like,
I think it's
U2,
still-
and you're like, I
sometimes
don't even
I-
own any U2.
I plug my phone into my car and then
and
it
it'll
starts
still play
playing.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's the only thing.
I don't own any other album.
Yeah. That's how, so gross. And you can't. It's like you try to erase. It's like error cannot. It is part of the system. It's like built in, dude. That's Steve Jobs' legacy right there.
Yeah. It's like trying to like delete the settings app. You can't.
Yeah,
do
you can't do it. It's too involved in the entire system to be able to.
U2 is all through your phone.
If you erased it, the phone wouldn't work. It would come on as like that operator menu.
Yeah,
where
it
you'd be like,
bricks.
yeah, it bricks. Unless you pineapple your phone, you cannot get that album off of there. So Man, we should do a review on that album. Nobody's ever listened to it. We've all heard the first 10 seconds of the first song.
Yeah, I don't even know where you would go to leave the review. I don't even think you could buy it.
Man. Yeah. So anyways, these signs are not the problem. They're not the main problem in
Agreed.
highway issues. And what they need to do is something else, not this. But they do need better writers as well, I think, at the Department of Transportation. Let's get either some hilarious writers on board or just abandon that effort.
I'm sure there's
Tyson-
some federal money somewhere.
Somewhere. Tyson, you're looking for a solution to get people not be distracted when they're driving. Well, here come our friends over at Siggies Dairy, makers of Icelandic yogurt. Don't know how many cow years it takes to make up some Siggies yogurt.
I've met the creator of Siggies before.
Ooh.
Well, did they mention this big contest they're doing?
This was a long time ago, a decade ago, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, that you
All
met
right.
them.
So this was just a gleam in their eye when they came up with the new dry January. But instead of abstaining from alcohol, they challenged people to ditch their smartphone. Now, I don't know why we're only reading an article about this on January 18th when this came out.
On our smartphones.
However, apparently that there was a contest where they sent participants a lockbox and a flip phone with a 1-month prepaid SIM card to get people to not use their smartphone in dry smartphone January.
I could do that.
I could do it too. As long as I can have access to my computer to load social media and such, then we're fine.
Yeah. They say that the director of PR for Siggies was inspired by digital detoxing, and that 10 people, not only that, not only do they get the dry phone January, but they get $10,000 and 60 cups of yogurt. Seems like a weird number to land on.
That is 60. Do I need 60?
Nobody
Can I eat 60 before it expires?
Nobody cares about the yogurt. Give me the 10 grand.
I thought it was like the $10,000 worth of yogurt, but no, it's $10,000 and 60 cups of yogurt.
It's enough yogurt to share around. The idea is that you share it with people who then fall in love with it, who then eat it. I think Icelandic yogurt, I've had Siggies before multiple times. I think it's really thick.
Yes.
And high in protein, low in fat.
Sounds good.
Like all of that stuff. Yeah.
It's good to have the 60 things of yogurt. So when people ask what you won, you can be like, just this yogurt. I didn't get any money or anything. You can have some of this yogurt though. I'm pretty cool like that.
Would you like a flip phone?
You get it for the month. Sure.
We get I think you might get to keep the flip phone.
Dude, feel how cool. I mean, remember how you'd like, flip it. Yeah. What's up? I'd like to have that. That'd be very nostalgic to be able to flip it over.
They have the Moto makes a new one, a smartphone flip.
Nah, I'm not going to buy one. But if Siggies wants to give me one for free,
a smartphone flippy or not a smartphone flippy?
Just a regular flippy.
A regular
clamshell. Isn't that what they called them too?
Clamshell.
Yep.
Clamshell.
Yeah. My kids say they want a phone, and I say, "How about a flip phone?" And then they're like, "Oh, you can't do anything with a flip phone." I'm like, "Well, you said you wanted a phone.
Yeah,
you said you needed to call us."
Yeah.
They're always like, "I need what if I need to call you?"
Yeah, they don't.
They don't. No.
It's like I know where my kids are at all times, all of the time, and it's like Bergen was asking me the other day about a phone. She's like, "When do I get a phone?" I was like, "When there's a place you need to call us that we are uncertain of where you're at, or when you need to be picked up, but that time is not now."
Yeah. There's like one parent that like ruins it for everybody because they're like, well, this kid has a phone.
Yeah. So what happens is the divorced parents buy the mom or the dad buys the iPhone 15 Mega Plus with the iPhone face goggle Pro and gives it to the kid just to be like, I'm the cool parent, and then it's ruined for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of a phone, should we get the kids the Vision Pro so they get made fun of and bullied and that they don't want it anymore?
I don't think
walking
they
around
will.
the
They'll be the coolest kid
Yeah.
there, dude. They'll be celebrated. They'll immediately be class
Walking around
president.
looking like Daft Punk.
Yeah, they will be cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
Pete says you get a phone when I need you to have a phone, which is true. That's when I got a phone. But also I'm paying for it. Like,
Yeah.
you want to buy your own phone? Go ahead and buy one whenever. Sign up for your own plan, pay for that. You know what? Let your credit take a hit, not mine, all that stuff, whatever. Come on.
Yeah. Kids, you know how old I was when my parents let me get a phone? I was 23 years old, okay?
I was
That's
22.
so old.
I was 22, and it was because my pro cycling team in Europe begged me to get a phone so they could get in touch with me. Before that, they had to email me.
Yeah. And we're cooler than that, so we won't make you wait that long.
Yeah.
Okay? But
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Not 10. All right. This is interesting. Now I don't know how either of you guys take your burger.
I take it well done.
Well done.
Medium.
Well done,
All
safe.
right, well,
It's ground
okay.
beef. You got to go well done, dude. There's
See,
too many
interesting.
opportunities for salmonella.
Okay, well, Tyson, you're ahead of the curve here because I like a rare steak, like a rare
That's fine.
burger.
Nope.
But okay,
Well done ground beef. Come on.
All right, well, a restaurant in Toronto is having people who choose to get their burger cooked less than well done. You have to sign a waiver. Danny, would you sign the waiver to get a medium burger?
No, I don't want to sign anything. I don't want to hold that pen. They used to have just the bottom of the menu, right? They just have that disclaimer. Eating undercooked meat can be dangerous or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's not enough. Now I have to like do a thumbprint and eye scan and sign a waiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here, let me show you. This is from the Hilton Toronto Airport. This is...
Oh, you didn't say this was an airport. I'm not getting a medium burger at an airport anyway.
I don't think this is at the airport. I think it's at the Hilton that is near the Toronto airport.
Okay.
So this person took a picture of the burger and then the waiver they had to sign.
Yeah.
He hasn't signed it, but he has consumed the burger.
Yeah. You've got to anything ground.
This
You
was
need
real.
to cook well done. Yeah.
Well, what do you think? It's viral marketing for the Hilton
for a
Toronto?
dangerous burger? Yeah.
He was allowed to consume the burger before signing this.
No, I think you're allowed to eat the burger, but you can't sue them.
But what I'm saying is
he didn't sign the waiver yet.
Oh, maybe he got
had
it well.
to.
Maybe he looked at the waivers. I'm not signing this, or I'll take
Yeah.
it well.
Yeah.
put it back in the microwave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rob, are you going to get well done burgers from now on? You still going to go medium?
I don't know. I feel like I make more burgers in the home than I do
How do you cook them
at
at the home?
restaurants.
What is Hilton
It's still
hiding?
ground beef. You got to do well done. It's still ground
Man.
beef.
What is this Hilton hiding? Are they like mixing donkey meat with their beef?
They're just
and
being
then they're
safe. Some places mix pork with their hamburger for a burger.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you definitely need it well done.
Yep. And then also that there has been some lawsuits that there was a $27 million settlement that had to, but that was in the case of deaths.
Yeah.
Wow.
Annabelle says in the chat that after his years at the soup bar, Danny's developed immunity to salmonella anyway. You can eat whatever you want, Danny.
Stomach of iron.
Danny, I saw some commercials that Panera's got $1 soups these days.
Dude, you get a well done
Wow.
hamburger, and what you have is like a burnt beef chip in between two slices of bread. It's like well done.
Mhm.
Any meat is just now you've got cancer. You've got a real
What
charred
about
piece
brisket?
of meat there. Oh, it's got
Taste
that
the brisket.
cherry on the outside. I don't know. I don't eat that much.
Brisket's like cooked for like 98 hours or whatever.
Okay.
But at low temps, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, you can't win. They
Mhm.
just want you out of the hotel before you die
Yeah.
with your cancer from all the burned meat.
Mm-hmm.
rather than getting the explosive diarrhea while you're still there. That's a bad look.
And
that's
vomits.
a black eye.
Yeah.
In the vomits.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good news. The Pete says pork isn't as dangerous as it once was. You can serve it medium rare these days.
Danny, you going to try that?
No, I will never try medium rare pork. That just doesn't sound right. How do you don't ask you how you want your pork?
Should we do it for our adventure? That will be our adventure is go to a pork restaurant and get it medium
my stomach,
rare.
Pork sashimi, Danny?
Pork sashimi. Tataki.
My stomach already hurts just thinking about medium.
Yeah, I almost threw up when I read that. I was like, oh, I got to take a little break to collect myself. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Speaking of lawsuits, there are some 2 New York City men who wanted to go see Madonna in concert, and they had tickets to go see Madonna's December 13th concert at the Barclays Center. Tickets said the show would start at 8:30, but Madonna did not come on stage, Danny, until what time?
Says here 10:45.
Yes, 10:45, and they didn't get home. They didn't get out until 1 a.m. and they are suing the Material Girl.
This could set a precedent that would be helpful for all concert goers.
Yeah,
because it seems
you like this lawsuit.
Oh yeah, I totally like it
Mm-hmm.
because I have heard lots of stories of artists who just disregard their fans, do whatever they want, show up whenever they want, perform, and then leave.
Yeah.
I mean, these people who are visiting them have paid a lot of money, have usually maybe a job afterwards the next day. I mean, it's completely inconsiderate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That the lawsuit wants unspecified damages, but they say based on the years-long history of Madonna arriving several hours late to prior concerts, that's what they're saying. I guess is this Madonna's defense that's saying that the plaintiffs knew or should have known that concerts would not start at 8:30 and Madonna would not take the stage until several hours after the start time?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of punctuality. And that's a terrible excuse. You should have known she'd be late. She's always late. Well, that's not a defense.
Doesn't matter. She's not more important than everybody who's paying her to see her perform.
To see an old lady gyrate against a young hot dancer for an hour.
Hey,
and maybe kiss another girl. Listen,
maybe. So annoying.
Listen, I was driving, and this does have a similarity. On my way home, and a car decided that it needed to cut all the way across all the lanes of traffic to get into the left turn lane, but it was jutting out into the traffic that was moving while it was stopped at the red turn light, but it was halfway out into the lane, so that lane couldn't actually go through the green light. They had to wait for that car to get out of the way. I did a long honk the entire time. I was like 3 or 4 cars back.
Yeah.
And I was like, this selfish piece of shit. Doesn't even realize. He's like, oh, I got to get to my turn instead of going through the light and flipping a U-turn.
And it was Madonna.
I'm going to just inconvenience everybody. And then I started calculating the man hours. I was like, okay, I got 3 people in my car at $1,000 an hour. I got a person, 2 cars in front of me. I got 4. So now 18 people are inconvenienced. You total that up, like you're looking at like what, a 20,000 person stadium. They are all waiting 2 extra hours. You know how much time in money that is worth?
Tyson, yes.
Mm-hmm. That is the most inconsiderate thing you
can
do.
Class action lawsuit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about that, but it's like we were there for 4 hours and you came out 2 hours late on purpose. We get that extra 2 hours.
Now, this does not apply to live podcasts when they say they're going to start at like 9:15 and they start at 9:30. Like
we meet at 9:15. We turn on the camera.
That's known. People know when it says Survivor podcast is going to start at 9:15 and it starts at 9:25.
Well, and you have to remember they paid.
That is, people do know that.
Yeah. They paid for something. It probably wasn't cheap. They paid for something that was expected to begin at 8:30. That was a promise. That was like a contract, a better contract than the meat contract. It's like saying, I gave you this money. You'll show up at 8:30. You'll perform for us.
Yeah. Brooke here in the chat says, when you buy tickets, it's kind of like an agreement. It is an agreement.
Yes, it is.
Pay $300 for you to perform at this time for this amount of time. And I went to a Willie Nelson show once because I wanted to see Willie Nelson before he went to the great unknown. He's still with us.
Mhm.
And he performed 3 songs, left the stage, never came back. Someone came out, said he wouldn't be back because he'd lost his breath and was feeling a little sick. And I was like, oh, cool. We'll all get refunded. No. That's in the thing is like, you can get screwed by these performers and they just take your money anyways.
Small print.
You're welcome for the money. Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty much the contract when you purchase a ticket is that you are flushing money down the toilet, and whether or not you get a show or the show you thought you would get at the time you thought you would get it is the unknown.
Yeah. It's a gamble.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I think I got one more story before we get to Danny's bolt hole. This was from the Wall Street Journal today that they posted a piece about how there's a trick to a great marriage. And they say that trick to the great marriage is what, Tyson?
I don't know. Time apart, separate bedrooms.
Yeah, well, you're pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay. They say the trick to a great marriage is vacations without your partner. And
True.
I thought this would be an interesting panel to discuss this. They don't really cite too much like hard stats.
It sounds like Rob's coming on the guys trip with us, Danny.
Coming on the guys
adventure.
Trip. And they don't really cite a ton of hard stats, but they have a lot of like first person accounts of people that take vacations without their spouses and the types of different vacations that sell well to women that are traveling without a partner and men that are traveling without a partner. And different couples are seeking different types of vacations.
This makes sense. I think there's a lot here to back this up.
No. I don't know. Like these people, like I envy them. If I ever took a vacation without my wife, it would be the end of said marriage.
Yeah, but if your wife went out and took a vacation without you,
go.
I mean, she's going to come back and the relationship will be stronger than ever.
You have to have a special type of relationship where my wife would not be able to, if I was ever having like some kind of enjoyment or relaxation without her, that it wouldn't go well.
Yeah, but maybe this is just about letting her go, letting the person who maybe needs it more go out and have their vacation, time away. They come back. Now they're so happy. They've got that rest and relaxation. They've recharged their batteries. They're ready to take it on, take the marriage back on. I can see why this could be legit. I'm not saying it is, but I can definitely see why it might be.
Well, I'll mention this to her about going on a solo vacation.
No. You can't mention that. Maybe you should take a vacation. That doesn't sound great. It's got to come naturally.
You seem a little tense.
Yeah. Rachel just got back from a girls' trip.
How did it go?
Yeah.
It went well. I think she had fun. She went with a bunch of people she knew in college.
Yes.
Which is weird. I would never do that, but
how was the marriage after she got back?
Was identical.
No boost.
Yeah.
No boost whatsoever. No.
Yeah. Because I travel for work fairly often.
Is there a boost when you get back or before you leave or anything?
No. It's like I come home and then that it's almost like I went on said vacation when I was working.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
They want to accuse you of vacationing.
Yeah,
when in reality you've been working
while you're supporting for your family. Yeah, that's what I'm doing this weekend.
Yes,
this week in Orlando.
Danny, but I feel like you're often off on different trips.
I've told you my rule. Okay,
these are adventures. Not vacations.
My rule when I leave is to never do anything that she might perceive as something she herself would want to do. Yeah. So I only go out, and from the minute I land until the minute I take off in that destination, I just do horrible, painful things. Yeah. I don't sightsee. I don't lay down on the beach. Because the minute I do something like that, I would feel extremely guilty.
You would feel guilty, or she would be upset.
It has happened once. I'm trying to remember what it was, but I did do something. Oh, in Africa, when I went on the safari, I did feel super guilty. And wondered if I should tell her because I knew it was something that she wanted to do.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like Rachel went on this girl's trip. She's going to Mexico on some yoga retreat soon, and she's going to Paris with a group. And I don't want to go to Paris, so like, it's go do that, and I'll go do my thing. The only issue is that my things are awesome and super fun all the time, except for when I go with Danny. So we're gonna just be in the pain cave the whole time.
Now you know why, because it has to be that way.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would just secretly enjoy yourself, Danny. You do enjoy yourself.
Oh, I do. I love the mountain. I can't do anything that she might perceive as being something she would enjoy.
Yes.
That's all.
That's how everybody is. Like I have a group of high school friends that we used to go on a trip every year together, and it used to always have to be mountain biking. Because none of the wives wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, let's not do mountain biking anymore. Let's just go do something. But they're like, if it's too fun, all the wives are going to be pissed. And I was like, just let them go do a fun thing on their own. They're like, nope, that's not how it works. We're not allowed to have fun without our spouses. And I was like, yeah, I get that.
Danny, Brooke in the chat says that, Danny, you might want to talk to a therapist about this and not two former Survivor players.
I don't doubt that.
Yes.
Probably a lot to talk about.
Brooke, we're good counsel.
Yeah, come on, Brooke. I give pretty good advice. Danny,
I'm talking to two therapists right now.
Yeah,
basically.
What ails you, Danny?
So much.
Yeah.
You really want to
Professional podcasters are therapists, Brooke.
Yeah.
Come on.
And Brooke, I don't know if you know this about Danny and I, but we used to literally spend 10 hours a day with each other multiple times a week.
So that's why we are the way we are.
It really is.
Okay. Danny, are you ready to take us to your bolt hole where we feel no pain?
Ready.
Okay. Here we go.
Welcome to my bolt hole.
Such a good song.
You're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Yes.
Great lovemaking song, Tyson.
You don't have to tell me. Have you tried it?
I don't doubt it. Did you listen to this? You're like, wait, hold on. I got to put the song on.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Hold on. This song's only 41 seconds long.
Yeah.
Just repeat over and over.
So what I have a cassette tape where I recorded it over and over and over. It's the only way I can figure it out.
Talking about Tyson and I hanging out together, I've got a story here, a crime story, a caper, that I think that Tyson can very much relate to. This is taps into our teenage years in terms of what we got up to here in this Utah Valley area. And this article comes from a local news channel, and it says that a teenager is in hot water after taping fish to ATMs.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Provo.
Okay.
And
Provo.
Yeah, well, Provo, which is the city next to mine.
Yeah.
And he did tape fish to other things. He was known as the Fish Bandit. He had a short lifespan on Instagram, posting videos of him taping fish. Got some carp taped up there. And I laughed because this is very much, I think, in my wheelhouse as a teenager, having once kidnapped a duck and put it in a girl's car, or throwing, bean cheese burritos out the car window or at people going to prom.
Yeah.
But I feel like nowadays this kid is facing charges for taping fish to ATMs in Provo.
What are the charges?
It just seems a little aggressive for what I would consider a harm. Was there property damage? So
well,
it seems
you're
like
killing
a harmless
fish.
prank.
You're killing
But maybe
fish.
the fish were already dead. That lake out there next to us, Tyson, when you lived here, it's not like it's the greatest body of water for fish.
Yeah, if you're finding dead fish, that's one thing.
People do need to touch the ATM though, right?
Yeah,
Or is it not touchscreen? That's not touchscreen, right?
It is touchscreen, but I think you can work
because
around.
there's buttons. Look at the buttons on the
work
side.
around.
Yeah.
And
it is
I
Zions
just like
Bank.
I did like the story because it does give some insight to what I would consider to be the location here. very strange, very weird, very kind of low key. My kid actually just got in trouble as well, which is I thought was appropriate for this, for doorbell ditching with his friends.
Oh, he got caught?
Yeah, he got caught. So
Yeah, then you should get in trouble.
I had to speak with a police officer, and I asked him because I was curious. I said, have you seen like an increase? Would you say there's been an increase in teenage shenanigans over the last 20 years? And would you say that they've been treated worse? Like what would have passed as just like, oh, a harmless prank 20 years ago. Is that now something that police look at and think, oh my gosh, like the taping of a fish to an ATM?
Mhm.
And are they being prosecuted more? And he was of the opinion that no, they've evenly distributed justice among teenagers since
The last 20
time
years.
began. I'm like, no
Since
way.
time began.
I
Yeah.
felt like when I was in high school, you could get away with all sorts of
I think it
pranks.
depends on who the victim was. Because if the victim
Okay,
was
true.
like, if the victim's like, we're pressing charges for that, now you're in hot water no matter what.
Yeah, it
Because
seems
doorbell
like
ditching is trespassing. there's,
trespass.
Yeah.
Everybody's got cameras on their doorbells, which I
Yeah.
was like, that's such a dumb thing to do. Who doesn't have a Ring camera?
That's why you wear
And-
Richard Nixon masks.
That looks even worse. I think if I saw a gang,
Yeah.
a gaggle of teens walk up to
Richard
my
Nixons?
doorbell with Richard Nixon
Yeah,
mask, I would
awesome.
be terrified.
Yeah, no,
Well,
you would, but that's the
What
but
was
you- they
somebody
couldn't
dressed
ID
as
you.
when they were the Grinch? Was it the Grinch that we
Yeah.
talked about a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago?
That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
They're
All
looking
I
for
can
the
say is that
Grinch.
when my son has all his friends over
Mhm.
and they're so loud and destructive, and I hear them leave the house, anything can happen. It's just like a gang of hormonal teens out there
Mhm.
in the world, and for some reason they want
ruining
to
it for
walk
everybody.
to their destination. If they walk a mile, the trail of destruction, it can be vast.
It's a mile wide.
It's like
Yeah.
a mile wide. I don't even know what they're up to. Snowballs. I mean, it's just like,
So-
it just made me worried.
Danny, did you share the fish taping story with your kids?
No, but when the police officer was here, I brought in my son's friend. I said, the one thing I had to get across to my kid was like, it doesn't matter if you don't do the crime,
Mhm.
but if you
Yeah.
were like, I told the cop, explain to them what an accessory is.
Yeah.
Because I really need them to understand this.
You were
because-
trying to do like Scared Straight.
Yeah, I was really trying. And guess how much it worked?
Did you kick him 20
Not at
bucks?
all.
Did
Not
he
at
scare
all.
him or he didn't try to scare him?
No, this is what happened. 5 minutes later, I hear my son go, oh my gosh, he's gone to the other friend's house. Let's run down there. I said, no, don't go down there. The cop's down there. Don't go down there and do like your weird teenage stuff, like laughing, giggling, looking through the window. We just barely got done with this interview. I don't want to have to do another one.
Weird teenage stuff, laughing, giggling, and looking through the
Yeah,
window.
like making
Yeah.
pranks, texting, I don't know, mooning. It's just like, I'm like, you guys, just please stay here until your friend is done being talked to by the
Yeah.
police.
OMG in the chat says Danny has confessed to like 50 different crimes as a teen. over
I'm sure the
past year.
statute
What's
of
the
limitations
statute of
is
limitations?
gone.
Mhm.
By the
Yeah.
way, yeah,
and he didn't know the pornography was in that hole.
Yeah.
He
But that
just
was
found
arson
it.
too, Tyson.
yes,
Oh, that's
the burning story wasn't mine. That was my brother's story. But yeah, we did tons of pranks. Maybe the cops just didn't care. Maybe they didn't want to go out and pursue pranks. You know, they're
Yeah.
like, nah. And now they're like, nah, I've got, you know what? Everything needs to be treated like a crime.
We went to the rival high school during one of their school dances and this is horrible.
You
were-
want to say it?
We were shooting paintballs at the backs of the guys' suit jackets as they'd walk into the dance.
See, I think that
That's
is a
hilarious.
level up.
That's
Yeah, but I
hilarious.
think that is, if you did that now,
Yeah.
holy smokes.
But we
It's like
had
an
the
assassination.
Yeah.
right.
I just don't think you can get away with that. And that's
You
what I was
couldn't
trying
get
to
away.
ask the
We
police
had the
officer.
cops.
At
the
a
cops
school, like jail. You go
Yeah,
to
we
jail.
had.
You're going to
we were
jail.
sitting in an orchard. We had the cops. We got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got.
Wait,
caught.
you did get caught.
Yeah, we got caught.
And what were the repercussions?
I think they just talked to our parents.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy.
The
That-
cops
and that's
just talked to our parents. Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about. And that's
Yeah.
what I knew is that that it's different now.
Yeah.
So
It-
thank you, Tyson, for confirming that.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it was scary because the cops did come after us and we were running full speed through dark orchards without knowing where our next foot was going to land. Yeah. It was
What a time to be alive.
And also, I think with the talk was like, you could be arrested for firearm charges and all this and that. So it was a little bit scary of an interaction, but ultimately nothing became of it.
Yeah, I told my kid, I said, you get one. If I have to ever
Mhm.
talk to a policeman again, you will be in trouble. I'll do it once, but never again.
And what did
It's
he
just
say?
a hassle. Oh, you probably just like bounced right off of him.
Well, I was imagining too. I was like, Danny level-headed, like, and he has to talk to a stranger who's also a police officer
Police
who's
officer.
probably like 25.
It was interesting, the whole police officer interchange.
Yeah.
I haven't
Did
talked to
you-
a police officer in so long, but there was no intimidation. You know what I mean?
There was
It
no
was
power
like-
dynamic.
No, because I am older than
Yeah.
he might have been close to my age, but it used to be like a police officer is just this old, like
Horrifying.
dangerous
Yeah.
authority figure.
Yes.
And now when he came, he was huge. And I thought this guy is giant. But
Yeah.
at the same time, there was zero intimidation.
Mhm.
So I was like, I've grown. So yeah, all I'm saying is be out. If you're a kid, you love this podcast. I'm just telling you, the world has changed.
huge
You
with
need
the
to be
kids.
careful, all right? Be
Yeah.
careful with the pranks.
Yeah.
Kids, be careful with the pranks and be safe.
Our huge
Don't
teenage
read the
audience.
signs on the
Yeah.
highway and
Yeah.
stay out of Kentucky.
Got it. Okay. Great note to end it on. All right, Danny, what's coming up for you?
Oh, big thing in the works starting tomorrow.
Yes.
So I've got some videos hopefully coming out in the next 2 weeks, and I'll be working on that. So there you go. Tyson.
All right.
I'm going to Orlando, like I said, at the PGA show Wednesday, Thursday. Come say hi. And then I don't know. I don't know what's to come after that. Something cool, probably.
Okay.
Playing some pickleball tonight, like always, and still trying to figure out when the great T&D Adventure 2023 happens.
In the pain cave.
Dude, I love that. The
Yeah.
T&D.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to do first D&T, but then I was like,
No, I like that. Gonna get
Yeah.
some T&D.
yeah. Rob, what about you?
All right. Just, podcasting away over here, talking some traders here in
Mhm.
January. People loving that stuff. I keep
They're
seeing.
loving the show.
When's Tyson going to be a trader?
Oh man, so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
When are you going to be a trader?
As soon as they ask me, probably. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
that is easy. Easy sell. I also noticed a lot of reality people trying to pander to the trader casting.
Yeah.
Lots of people call me. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
That's got to be annoying.
you got to play a little hard to get, right?
I guess so. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be back next week on Tuesday, right? For News AF?
That's
Maybe
right.
not. I gotta talk to you guys about that.
All right. Hold on. We'll talk to
Oh.
Danny offline.
Off the
Okay.
record.
We'll
Yeah.
keep you posted. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.